Took two-thirds, probably roughly two-thirds of my business away, which is understandable because people were quarantined and couldn't go anywhere. So what do you need to get your clothes clean for?
The pandemic has devastated so much in our lives, including the businesses that we rely on to get by.
If you're a consumer and you're buying goods or you're purchasing services, you're likely doing so from a small business locally.
Now, many of those stores and restaurants are closing for good, while others are just trying to hold on. But one thing is clear, even when the pandemic ends, these businesses and the job losses won't recover right away.
It's going to be a long slog back to the normal of 2019.
Tonight, team coverage showing you what's still open, the uphill battle local business owners face, and how it is impacting you, whether you know it or not.
Welcome into WRTV News at 6 on WRTV. I'm Amanda Starrentino.
And I'm Mark Mullins. You know, COVID-19 has killed thousands of Hoosiers, left hundreds of thousands sick, and has battered businesses so badly that thousands of people are now without a job. And it's not just individuals who are unemployed. Many businesses have closed altogether. And now small businesses all over central Indiana are at risk of shutting their doors for good. So with COVID being such a health concern for everyone, why should you care about what happens to local businesses? We pose that question to an expert on our local economy.
The success of local businesses is a key ingredient of the economic health of the region.
I would sit here for weeks at a time and there would be no customers.
And with that in mind, we send our team of reporters to find out how COVID-19 has crippled small businesses, how business owners are trying to make it through the pandemic, and the call to action for you, the difference you can make while also staying safe. We begin in Marion County with WRTV's Stephanie Wade, who's showing us that businesses are still open and they need your help.
In late February, just weeks before the pandemic hit, Dapo and Shirley Milligan opened Urban Beauty Supply here on the southeast side, not knowing what would soon unfold, forcing them to close their doors at one point.
I called into question, okay, did we do the right thing? At the right time and everything else.
Located at Emerson and Thompson Road.
I would sit here for weeks at a time and there would be no customers.
Dapo and his wife Shirley opened a full-service beauty supply store February 27th.
Hair extensions, accessories, things for your nails, things for gentlemen.
Only to have to close their doors weeks later and even for a month or two at a time because no one was coming in.
This is all we have. I can't continue to dig into a well, that has very limited resources. And it's, so what are we going to do now, honestly?
A dream business 2 years in the making. Their goal was to support local product makers, too.
Shea butter and whipped butter and things of that nature, right? And so if we can support them here with that and getting the word out about what they do and we've got their products here, then that's what we're here for.
Milligan says it's been challenging to get any government assistance because they haven't been open long and worries what this pandemic will do to small businesses.
I literally had a young lady today come and ask for a job. Okay. Well, if we were at a point to where we could, yes, then I could hire her, right? So a small business, it's not always the big businesses and things of that nature, right? It's the small businesses that I believe are the lifeblood of our country.
Reminding people.
And we're here, and we truly want to be the hair care spot here in South Indy to a diverse crowd, to everybody.
Stephanie Wade, WRTV.
Since the pandemic began, We're Open Indy has shown you some of the local businesses that need your support. Today, WRTV's Troy Washington spoke with two Boone County small business owners who are open again and looking for ways to stay busy.
When you shop small, it's the one-on-one. It's the customized program. It's knowing somebody's name when they walk through the door.
Coach Z and his wife Wayshawn opened Indy Max Impact in Zionsville in 2012.
We've probably made more tough decisions in the past 8 months than we made in the past 8 years combined.
Here at Max Impact Fitness, they say it's all about adaptability. They've started renting out equipment and sanitizing more.
Great full body exercise.
That includes going strictly virtual in March and keeping the virtual option open to clients who don't feel comfortable coming back to a gym yet, even though their doors are open again.
Because I feel like small businesses in a pandemic like this have probably been affected more than anybody else.
And on Main Street over at Radiant Skin, Kayla Trammell agrees, but points out the resilience.
Within the community, the small businesses, restaurants, skincare, hair studios make up the backbone of the community.
She says supporting local pours directly back into the town itself.
And it's supporting a small business owner, and when you support them, you're supporting their family.
But she does want viewers to know it's a scary time for owners.
It's nerve-wracking because I think it's for small business owners, it's the unknown of what's going to happen. And numbers are rising, so it's like, well, what's going to happen?
Back to the lot, 10 seconds.
Like Coach Z, she's looked at right now as a time to adapt. She says now that more people are using Zoom and meeting virtually, that's increasing clientele.
People come in and say, oh, through this, I noticed that, I have wrinkles around here. So, they're like, oh, I need Botox. Or people are like, with the mask, it's drying people's face out.
Working for you in Boone County, Troy Washington, WRTV.
Well, it is the most wonderful time of the year to think about your community. Our Alyssa Donovan explains how you can help this holiday season.
Small businesses in Hendricks County hope that when you go holiday shopping this season, that you turn to local stores that you want to continue seeing in the community.
The most popular thing right now are these little dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are a hot commodity.
Toys, baby and toddler clothes, gifts, and pregnancy products are just some of the many items you can find in Tracy Amon's shop, Bottles and Binkies. The only thing missing is foot traffic.
Because I think right now being out in public is a concern for a lot of folks, and I certainly understand that.
After years of online sales, Amon decided to try brick and mortar. She signed contracts to lease a space before the pandemic. She finally opened her doors in June, just last month, moving to a new location for more visibility. But most of her customers still prefer to shop from home.
So the online side of it is definitely a huge part of our business right now, and I'd say that we're servicing a lot more clients through the mail than in person.
It's a similar story for Mitch Jenkins, owner of Timber City Coffee Roasters, another new business in Hendricks County.
We opened last year. We do specialty small coffee roasts. We do small batch coffee.
Jenkins offers unique coffee roasts, sample sizes, and a monthly subscription shipped to your door. He shares the space with Joy's Cakery, which offers cupcakes and custom cakes.
We decided that it would be very economical to go in together into the same space.
While people are still stopping in, most of their business has shifted to online orders.
A lot of people are scared to come in, so we do have that option of delivery. And I'll go out 2-3 times a week and deliver coffee to people.
New businesses like these need support to stay afloat, which is why these owners are hoping you keep them in mind when it comes to gift giving over the holidays.
If you can, shop in your community, keep your dollars local, keep your local businesses in business, because when this is all over, we want to still see them.
I'm Alyssa Donovan, WRTV.
Businesses on the far east side of Indianapolis also working to let people know they're still open. WRTV's Megan Sanctorum found out what challenges they are facing.
Small business owners here on the far east side say they are doing everything they can to keep their doors open and make it through the pandemic.
I'm smiling because this is my baby.
Michael Allender has poured his heart and soul into his small business, Kingdom Cleaners.
This is my life. This is what I do. I get up, I come here, and I go home.
He opened the dry cleaning facility with his wife back in 2014, but it hasn't always been easy. He says his wife passed away a few years ago, and now he's dealing with the economic impacts of the pandemic.
It took roughly two-thirds of my business away, which is understandable because people were quarantined, they couldn't go anywhere, so what do you need to get your clothes clean for?
And he's not alone. Other business owners in the area seeing the same thing.
The storefront was really slow.
Trayleek Tinker Martin owns Pinky's Sweet Tooth Factory. She just recently opened her location on Pendleton Pike and Shadeland. Known for their home-style meals and cheesecake jars, she too is taking it one day at a time.
Some days I'm just like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And then some days I'm just like, just gotta keep pushing, kind of tell myself, get up every day and come to work. Even if you get one customer, it's still better than none. We're trying to implement new things and offering curbside pickup, call ahead ordering.
Both she and Allender recently received grants through LISC, or the Local Initiative Support Corporation, something they say is a huge help.
Oh, that was extreme excitement. Extreme excitement. It allowed me to get my bills caught up, because even though the utility companies weren't cutting anybody off, they didn't stop reading your meters.
But at the end of the day, what keeps them going is support from the community and the relationships they're able to build with new customers.
That was huge for me. That was huge. Gave me a lot of hope.
Working for you, Megan Sanctorum, WRTV.
Economic experts say local businesses are a huge part of our tax base, so losing them is a loss to all of us. WRTV's Kara Kenny spoke with Dr. Michael Hicks, a Ball State professor and expert on Indiana's economy, about what the future holds.
Michael, can you tell us, why should consumers care about the financial success of their local businesses?
Local businesses, in particular small businesses, are key employers throughout central Indiana. They comprise 60 or 70% of all the jobs, all the non-governmental jobs in the region. The success of local businesses is a key ingredient of the economic health of the region.
So it sounds like if local businesses lose, then we all lose in some way.
Particularly smaller businesses that rely on face-to-face services like restaurants or bars or smaller retails have faced really steep headwinds. And so that, I think, is the overall drag that we're experiencing in the economy right now.
So what does the future hold when it comes to our local economy?
It's going to be 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 years before the full permanent job losses that we've already experienced from COVID work their way out of the economy. So it's going to be a long slog back to the normal of 2019.
And for struggling small businesses in Indiana, there is still financial help available. The Indiana Economic Development Corporation says there is federal assistance available through economic injury disaster loans provided by the U.S. Small Business Administration. Applications for those are being accepted through December 31st. Also, the Indiana Small Business Development Center continues to help small businesses through existing and new COVID-19 specific programming funded by the CARES Act. For more info on that, go to isbdc.org and click on COVID-19 Small Business Resources. And you can see the stories of businesses around central Indiana in the We're Open Indy section of our website. What business owners and employees have gone through since the start of the pandemic, the ups and downs, how you can help, and what's open right now. That's all at WRTV.com/open.